Perfect. Hello everyone, we're back. Alright, I'm gonna check that one last. What's this? Yeah, sure.
Given the demon's aversion to light, they typically stick to the shadows until the sun fades and the night falls. Adagium, however, is different. Unlike his demon brethren, he can still function uninhibited in broad daylight. Of course, the ultraviolet rays harm him, much like they would any other demon. Yet his cells regenerate quickly enough to essentially negate the damage.
Yeah. It stings. Like the light of the sun. Perhaps I'd best cover up.
That explains why he wears that hat. You're playing Dragon's Dogma? That's considered old school? I mean, I like Dragon's Dogma, but... Oh, it's land. Alright. What's this? The Lucian soldiers' reliance on their monarch's magic is nothing new, nor do I expect the armed forces to switch up their strategy in the near future. It thus stands to reason that we ought to devise a plan to inhibit their abilities by whatever means necessary. I've given much thought into the idea of suppressing the Lucian's magic, and while it will be some time until we have a working prototype, I believe we should have a fully functional jamming device added to our Magitech arsenal before long. Further combat data would certainly help speed along the development process, especially data related to the Divine. What a thrill it would be to take a god down a god using the form of one of their helpers. Interesting. There's a few years behind it. That's true. I really liked the look of Dragon's Dogma, and I picked it up myself because, well, it looks awesome. Okay, let's see what this one is. While few written records referencing the divine host of the messengers remain, our excavatory expedition to Tailpaw Crag has uncovered some interesting information via word of mouth while investigating the surrounding area. Based on what we heard, the demigods that fought alongside the deities that served in the War of the Astrals, with the followers of the treacherous Infernian being all from erased from the annals of history after suffering defeat at the hands of the other gods. Little else is known about the messengers, but I'm determined to discover more about these fascinating creatures. Alright. I'm missing 2 journals, though. Around here somewhere, probably. The King and his men.
At center, we see what I presume to be Lucian warriors and the kings of yore. I've learned a great deal about the first king of Lucis, but I never knew he was second in line. It seems to depict a legend in which the chosen king dispels the darkness. If that's true, does that mean Lucis intends to someday stand above all others? Their trifling tales mean nothing in the face of our superior technology. Only we can restore balance to our world.
Is the best underrated game ever. I'm looking forward to playing it through it myself.
At the top of the painting, we see the Oracle herself. The bloodline of the Oracle is one of the oldest in Eos, originating with Eromirus Flore. Only they possess the power to commune with the gods. This painting depicts the Oracle as some goddess of light herself. She'd doubtless prove a powerful ally if she could be persuaded.
The Hexathian.
On the sides of the frame, we see the Hexathian. Conspicuously absent is the traitorous god of fire who started the Great War of old. Perhaps developing a deeper understanding of the demons will bring us closer to comprehending their divine counterparts. But what if I were to find a way to combine those two disparate elements?
I guess we got Leviathan there. Bahamut. Ramu. I guess that's supposed to be Shiva. And Titan. But I don't see the others.
By my estimation, the grotesque creatures depicted here are likely demons. Could this mean these monsters will be harbingers of the apocalypse? If only we could find a way to harness their power for ourselves.
If only.
The line of Lucis was chosen to eradicate evil from Eos. And with the Divine on their side, how could they fail? This is our world?
It has been estimated that Eos came into existence some 4.5 billion years ago.
What a coincidence. The descent of the Astrals.
Ancient myths tell tales of 6 protector gods who first alighted upon
Hi, Shiva.
Eos in the ancient Solheim era.
The birth of mankind.
Fossils thought to be remains of the oldest members of the human race were discovered in the Pistala region.
Blessing of fire.
Some claim that humans discovered fire in the Sukarp region even before the dawn of the Solheim civilization. According to legend, the fire god Ifrit first bestowed his burning wisdom upon a man who later sat the throne of Solheim. The mechanized civilization of Solheim is presumed to have originated in the Diskai and Klang regions. Exactly when the civilization rose and fell, however, remains the subject of much investigation.
I would very much like to explore more of this world. War of the Astrals to fall Solheim.
The enormous crevasse separating the regions of Klang and Duskai is known as Telpar Crag. It is here that the War of the Astrals is said to have taken place. When Ifrit tried to reduce mankind to ash, the other gods fought back, and some claim this clash caused the collapse of Solheim.
It was pretty good. I was pretty sleepy.
It is said that Ifrit, having lost the War of the Astrals, was interred atop the Rock of Ravito. After the war, the ice goddess Shiva allegedly sank into a deep slumber, nestled in the Goravas Rift of Volup. To this day, no one knows what became of the blade god, Bahamut.
No! Don't say it like this. Bahamut, there's nothing to make an oot sound. It sounds awful.
The earth god Titan can be seen supporting the meteor at the heart of the disk of Kothis in Duskai. As for the storm god Rama, legend has it he sealed himself away within Fosha Hollow in Duskai.
True.
The sea goddess Leviathan disappeared in the wake of the war. Some say she swam below the waves and slumbers beneath the city of Altisha.
Also true.
Some 2,000 years ago, the gods granted Somnus Lucis Kylum 2 gifts: the sacred stone and ring. With these in hand, he founded the kingdom of Lucis. In the centuries since, Lucis has managed to expand its territory while struggling to suppress a parasitic plague. As of ME 722, Mor's Lucis Kylum sits the throne as the 112th monarch of his line. Regis Lucis Kylum is King Mor's firstborn son, and first in line to succeed his father.
Ah, Regis, yes.
Angelgard, off the coast of Golden Key, is an uninhabited island that Lucians regard as sacred ground. Ancient texts tell of a monster known as Adagium supposedly sealed away within, but investigations into its existence have yet to provide conclusive evidence.
Rob Booze Cruise with the bits. Can everyone give a goo for Rob Booze Cruise? Look at that, guys. He's got a cheer sign now. Wintry went and made a whole bunch of cheer emotes for people. And Rob Booze Cruise has one now as well. Look at that. Let's get some slimes in here for Rob Booze Cruise. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Soon after the establishment of the Kingdom of Lucis, House Fulare founded the nation of Tenebrae. The empire began its occupation of Tenebrae in ME 359, a move that was initially met with much apprehension. In order to assuage the dissenters, the empire preserved the oracle's home of Fenestala Manor. This concession was partially made for political purposes. House Fulare enjoys close ties with the line of Lucis.
Yeah, badge collecting. There you go.
The Accordo Protectorate has developed into a bustling league of towns at the heart of maritime trade. In ME 606, the Empire won an important battle against the allied forces of Lucis and Accordo, and in turn, annexed the Protectorate. The country is steeped in traditions and cultures that are incompatible with imperial rule, so the Empire has permitted it a measure of relative political autonomy.
The founding of Niflheim.
Centuries after the founding of Lucis, a movement to revive the lost civilization of Solheim arose around the Weltham region. Leading the charge was House Aldercat, whose brave deeds brought about the rise of the Niflheim Empire. The Empire built upon Solheim's magic technology and employed it for military use. This new firepower helped the Empire fell its foes, taking Tenebrae in ME-359 and Accordo in ME-606. As of ME-722, under the direction of Emperor Aedalus Aldercat, the Empire is developing new arms fusing magitech with demons.
Of course they are. The rediscovery of Solheim.
Vestiges of the ancient Solheim civilization can still be seen in the ruins of Piteous and Steeleth Grove. Several ancient structures also dot the forest of the Fall Grove that encircles Castlemark Tower. Excavation of these various sites is currently underway.
So, you guys have to go to all the areas that they mentioned there. Piteous, the Steeleth Grove, and Castlemark Tower. And it's actually interesting because they don't really, that I remember, maybe they do and I'm just missing it, but don't really go into too much detail about what those ruins are.
During an expedition in the Ulwat region, the Imperial Army discovered a new species known as demons.
Oh, well. Well, that was pretty interesting. Get away. Fuck. Why are you standing there? Alright. Of all the gods above, least is known about the Draconian. Neither a tutelary deity, nor a regular fixture in written records, the Blade Keeper has left behind nary a trace save for his name. Some legends suggest he selected a king to lead Lucis and bestowed upon the chosen one the fabled ring and crystal. In my opinion, it all sounds like the type of tall tale the royal family might concoct just to justify their hold on power. But perhaps we can explore the matter in more depth by paying a visit to Lucian's confidants in Tenebrae. Isn't Tenebrae like a Latin for darkness or something? Oh, there we go. Sorry, I get a lot of joy out of reading and learning about the worlds, guys. Acting on a tip we received from a friend in the private sector, we have sent an excavatory expedition to the top of the Rock of Ravito. Unlike the immovable Archaeon at the Disc of Kothis, the body for the Infernian should be unobstructed and ready for transport, assuming our team can reach the peak, that is. Legends say that the Infernian bestowed the gift of fire upon mankind in antiquity, and this burning wisdom helped forge the foundation which became the civilization of Solheim. And now, with the fabled flame within my grasp, I take my first step toward divinity. 'Tis a wondrous day indeed. Interesting. Alright, let's advance this here. That looks like something interesting. Apparently I can't walk past couches though. The Undying Prisoner.
Adagium. That is what the Lucians call the monster they imprisoned for 2,000 long years. His powers surpass those of any mortal, and his body is all but impervious to attack. It's no wonder the Founder King sealed him away on the Isle of Angel Guard. He undoubtedly feared this monster might challenge his reign.
I like how they had a picture of him being hanged, chained there, and those guys are holding the guns up. Who took that picture?
It seems fortune smiles upon me. Though the Lucians kept him locked away for 2,000 years, I've managed to secure Adagium for myself. The raging winds and stormy seas may have cast all others away, but the waves parted for me that day and led the way. While I've yet to conduct any official research, the potential he proved in combat was most promising. I estimate his powers easily surpass anything mankind has ever seen. Perhaps this streak of luck has just begun.
I don't know, I feel like...
Fascinating, isn't it? I pored over the ancient texts and found scarcely a mention of you. I barely believed you existed till I saw you with my own eyes. With your help, my research is proceeding smoothly. You have my thanks.
Ah, sweet, I can sleep here. Hang on. Take a break and save your game at the sofa in the facility. Heck yeah! Let's do that. There you go.
This must be how the gods feel looking down upon our world. Here we have a model of imperial territory. It includes our present lands as well as our future acquisitions. Feel free to have a look.
That's very Manifest Destiny of you. I already had a look.
There's something you should see. Come with me.
Are you taking me to your sex dungeon? I don't want to go to your sex dungeon.
I found something most interesting on the Rock of Ravito.
Why are you walking up the stairs like
If my experiment on
that?
the specimen succeeds, it might provide the information you've been looking for. This way.
Did you see how he was walking up those stairs?
Is that?
Ifrit the Infernian.
You subjugated a god and brought him here?
He was sound asleep, just like the legend said he'd be, so we put him on ice. Do you think you could turn him?
Into a demon?
If you managed to demonify a deity, you could learn truths no mere mortal could ever dream of knowing. You'll access 2,000 years of his memories, and if you can control him, he'll be a weapon of supreme power. It's certainly an enticing offer, isn't it? Just think you could exact sweet revenge through divine retribution.
How do you know what I want?
I don't, but I know you have no other options. Well, shall we?
That's pretty cool though that they managed to get Ifrit or Ifrit. You know, I kind of like Ifrit's design in this. It looks like a
Come
satyr.
see the fruits of my Magitech research.
Can you stop saying
This
fruits,
way.
please?
The ancient civilization of Solheim, forefathers of our magic technology, once flourished on this land. Had they not incurred the wrath of the gods, they may have remained prosperous to this day.
And you wish to restore them to greatness?
To surpass them, which is why I need you to lend me your strength. But I'm certain magic technology and demons are the keys to unlocking the door to a new future.
Are you ready? Yeah, alright. You gonna make me fight things? This is a big open area, so clearly you're gonna make me fight things.
Lucians? But how?
Code me, squad. Adagium sighted. Initiating
Requesting
engagement.
backup from Nimbus Squad.
Shutting down communications until all clear.
So, you've come to kill me, have you?
Or die trying.
Why did you...
Just as you and humans celebrate, no satisfaction in my actions. Though I may be gone, it was on time and possible soldiers were left behind.
Who is it?
A kingdom you may no longer call your own. Would you allow me? I was busy
And you're done. Demodify enemies to fill the Phantasm Bar and conjure spectral arms to increase your attack bar. Alright. I've been vulnerable, huh? Alright. Oh, I'm in danger. Shit. Okay, I'm not doing very good here. I'm getting my butt kicked.
Take this! Such power.
That girl proves you're unruly, you know.
So this is it.
Perhaps you ought to see the way. You serve the one that the gods of old time. I hope you know
There we go.
your era is dead. You were caught up in your idealized illusions, you say you're right.
Oh, look at that chain infection. The 12 spectral weapons he is here.
Blast!
I do like his shadow step though, that's pretty sweet. Oh, hello.
He's alive. You must stop him before he destroys everything.
Well, the music's good. How do I lock on again? But hold on when I press triangle when the phantasm bars want to inflict royal retribution on the enemies. Alright.
Here goes! Here goes!
Holding R1.
Here goes!
Oh no, I'm not. I'm holding R1. Great.
Oh, Infanian, grant me the power to take Somnus, his people, and his cursed kingdom, and burn them all to the ground! No! I was the one chosen to be king?
Ardyn.
Yeah, I really like that. That's pretty awesome. Hello, not Lunafuria.
Ardyn.
Era.
Forgive me. I defied the will of the gods and revealed to Somnus you had been chosen to be king. I never dreamt he would try to kill you.
But he did. Somnus fooled everyone, so he could usurp the throne. Everything that happened, it's all his fault.
No. Listen to me. It's my fault. I'm the one who ruined your future. This was divine retribution for my sins.
You've no sins to atone for. Gods! Answer me! Why have you burdened us with this fate? Era! Oh no! Era! Please!
In the names of the gods above, fulfill your calling, Ardyn, and punish me for my sins.
Era.
Kill me.
That's right. Kill her. Put that monster out of its misery, just like I did.
I can't. My calling is to save lives.
Just like you saved that innocent man by turning him into a demon.
Please, Ardyn. You must live.
I can't. Not without you.
Come. Why not give the lady what she wants?
Did I fail? I guess I failed.
Once again, you failed to save her.
Oh.
No surprise.
Can you
A
succeed on
monster
that?
can do naught but destroy.
I'll never forgive you, Somnus. This monster may not be able to destroy you, but I'll see to it that I destroy everything you built. Hear me, gods above. No longer shall I supplicate you for pardon. No longer shall I sojourn toward the light. Nay, the path I intend to tread is paved with blood and darkness. No longer shall I seek your guidance. This path is mine to tread alone.
Man on the Grassy Knoll, did you play FF15? Because you'd have a better understanding if you did. If you didn't, well, it's basically the story of what happened to Ardyn.
The Empire's demonic experiments bore fruit before long, precipitating the production of a Magitech infantry. As recognition for his contribution to this research, Ardyn Azunia was inaugurated as Imperial Chancellor. Thanks to its newfound firepower, Niflheim managed to break the stalemate that shackled the nation for more than 100 years, and, in turn, forced Lucis to scale back its magical barrier. The untimely passing of King Mors ushered in the era of a new monarch, and the young Regis Lucis Kylum succeeded the throne. Meanwhile, Ardyn began to spread the Star Scourge throughout the world, stealing people's memories and learning as much about the kingdom as he could. In time, those memories began to merge with his own, gradually transforming him into a wicked echo of his former self. And now, at long last, the time for his revenge has come.
Hey, but Rob, thank you very much for the tweet. I appreciate that. Save my progress? Hell yeah, we're going to save our progress. Let's get in there. You never did any of the DLCs? Man, I'm guys to know most of the DLCs of this game aren't really necessary for understanding each other so much. What irritates me about Final Fantasy 15 is a lot of the DLCs were bits of story that could have been stuck into the main game that they took out to make DLC. For example, Gladios is when he disappears from the party briefly before you go to Altissa. Promptos is when he disappears off the train for a bit and how he gets back to the party. Ignis is how he goes blind. That's primarily what the DLC is. And I guess it introduced fighting styles for each of the characters, so that's pretty cool. But still, it's a lot of stuff that could have been in the game. Episode Ardyn, I think, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, unless you consider the multiplayer one to this statement. But I think Episode Ardyn is the first one that was actually not a part of the story. It was something they created after the fact.